I do not believe in taking the right decision. I take a decision and make it right. Earth's crammed with heaven, but only he who sees takes off his shoes. The eye sees only what the mind is prepared to comprehend. What cannot be said, above all, must not be silenced, but written. If you are willing to go out on a limb, the tree of life holds endless possibilities. Never stop acquiring the common sense. It is as good as the knowledge. Do not use life to give life to death. Do not use death to bring death to life. Remember, if you play small, you stay small. Correct your mistake as soon as you have found it. An unexciting truth may be eclipsed by a thrilling falsehood. I don't think there's anything wrong with telling the truth. I know it isn't fashionable. A truth that's told with bad intent beats all the lies you can invent. If everything seems under control, you're not going fast enough. Every second alive is the greatest gift we will ever know. Gratitude is best refined through the fires of adversity. To go outside what your charge was and to try to solve everything yourself is dangerous. 3 rules of work. Out of clutter, find simplicity. From discord, find harmony. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. If you want to lead them, you must place yourself behind them. The control of large numbers is possible, and like unto that of small numbers if we subdivide them. Be willing to leave the ground behind if you want to fly. Don't depend too much on anyone in this world, because even your own shadow leaves you when you are in darkness. I do not know everything, still many things I understand. Feel your emotions, live true your passions, keep still your mind. We live only now. Everything else is either past or is unknown. Notice the difference between being in control and needing control. Your life has a limit, but knowledge has none. If you use what is limited to pursue what has no limit, you will be in danger. In the haunted house of life, art is the only stair that doesn't creak. The only real battle in life is between hanging on and letting go. Despite the heart-numbing frost, my soul is blooming like spring. If I work hard enough, there will be things I can do tomorrow that I can't do today. Life is worth living when you have someone to share it with. Healthy citizens are the greatest asset any country can have. Peace proposals unaccompanied by a sworn covenant indicate a plot. The superior man understands what is right. The inferior man understands what will sell. Do your work, then step back, the only path to serenity. Everyone's greatest fantasy is to walk away from the life you lead. Vulnerability is the least celebrated emotion in our society. Power is not revealed by striking hard or often, but by striking true. Your life is a reflection of your thoughts. Think well. Sometimes not getting what you want is a brilliant stroke of luck. One half of the world cannot understand the pleasures of the other. A path doesn't appear on its own. We've to make it, and we can make it. The good fighter is able to secure himself against defeat, but cannot make certain of defeating the enemy. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Manifest plainness, embrace simplicity, choose selfishness, have few desires. Those who realize their folly are not true fools. Those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. If your actions don't live up to your words, you have nothing to say. Fear is the polio of the soul, which prevents our walking by faith. All the world is made of faith and trust and pixie dust. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Life would be unbearably dull if we had answers to all our questions. I don't want to end up simply having visited this world. Not every instance requires a response. Truth resides silently in the seat of power. Distance sometimes lets you know who is worth keeping and who is worth letting go. Consideration for others is the basis of a good life, a good society. My only advice is to stay aware, listen carefully, and yell for help if you need it. Anger dwells only in the bosom of fools. Just because it's fiction doesn't mean it's any less true. Judging is the cause that creates the effect of choosing. What the ancients called a clever fighter is one who not only wins, but excels in winning with ease. I can't go into detail, but it's why I went to the special meeting at the Pentagon. All men know the utility of useful things, but they do not know the utility of utility. Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons, and they will follow you into the deepest valley. Don't waste your time with explanations. People only hear what they want to hear. Beyond the fiction of reality, there is the reality of the fiction. If the road is easy, you're likely going the wrong way. If the world is against the truth, then I am against the world. If you follow the enemy's shifts and changes, you can always find a way to win. A traitor's just a patriot on the wrong side of winning. When you lose your smile, you lose your way in the chaos of life. Only he who has no use for the empire is fit to be entrusted with it. A star is not honored for its size, but for its light. Just because it's taking time doesn't mean it's not happening. Perhaps home is not a place, but simply an irrevocable condition. Believe those who are seeking the truth, doubt those who find it. Your strongest muscle and worst enemy is your mind. Train it well. Many things that don't really mean so much of anything are wonderful. Belief can be manipulated. Only knowledge is dangerous. Your words start to lose value when your actions don't match. If you think you have enough knowledge, you are still ignorant. Always be a learner. Truth is what your contemporaries let you get away with. Be careful who you trust. Salt and sugar look the same. Some use drugs to silence the pain. Others use them to feel the pain they silenced. Savor everything. Cling to nothing. Live now, because living then won't be any better. Everything has its beauty, but not everyone sees it. Life isn't worth living unless it is lived for someone else. Serious thinkers are few, and the world is ruled by crude ideas. The nail that sticks out farthest gets hammered the hardest. A paranoid is someone who knows a little of what's going on. Go slowly so that you do not bite your tail by accident. I speak gibberish to the civilized world, and it replies in kind. To have a human form of a joyful thing, but in the universe of possible forms, there are others just as good. It is better to live one day as a lion than 100 years as a sheep. A thing is not necessarily true because a man dies for it. Life is like an onion. You peel it off one layer at a time, and sometimes you weep. A lion chased me up a tree, and I greatly enjoyed the view from the top. Don't let the fear of losing them keep you from loving them. The truth doesn't mind being told every once in a while. The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly.